Now, this picture, there's a lot to absorb here. So Brian's got this big screen in the middle, and there's like a touchpad on your right that you can use to navigate on the screen and select the songs and things that you want to listen to. And then on either side of that screen, you've got a couple different drivers there, three-way system. Brian, why don't you tell us maybe why you picked the drivers you went with there?
So the driver configuration is pretty standard for me, which is a three-way up front and subs. Of course, the subs being up front is a little more extreme in this car versus some of my other cars. But I have our high-end RS, Arc Audio RS1, which are our tweeter, an RS4, and an RS6. So the 4-inch mid-range, in my opinion, on almost every single manufacturer is the most pure mid-range that you can get. It plays the frequency bandwidth for most acoustical cues. So it plays most of that bandwidth just out of the one speaker. So people go, oh, I need all these speakers and all the different sizes, but really you just need one especially for sound quality, one driver on each side to play most of those acoustical cues. You can almost get by with just a tweeter and a 4-inch, but you'll lose a little bit. Even if you play the subs up enough that frequency wise, it looks like they're fine. You really need a mid bass to go with that to fill in that gap between the mid range where it stops playing its optimum frequencies and the subs. So this car obviously is a little, like I said, a little more extreme. The subwoofers are where the engine used to be.
Oh yeah, yep. There's a picture of that, which
Yep.
I've got some more pictures here in just a second that can show you guys where it's. I mean, here's a better picture of that enclosure. It's like, what is that, stack fabbed on the inside? It's just absolutely gorgeous. The texture on the walls on the inside and the lighting. And I think, if I remember right, there's a mirror at the bottom that makes it look like it's twice as deep as it actually is. So you're like staring into a pit in the floor when you walk up to this car. It's super cool.
Right. There's only two woofers there. It looks like there's 4, but there's really only 2. It's 27 layers of stack fab. There's lots of loss there to get that visual presentation. That's raw wood look, which is completely different than everything else in the car by design. The color, and then there's some backlighting that's in one of the layers of the wood in front of the woofers. Wow. So lots of things going on in that subwoofer box.
So Jeff, tell us a little bit about the install in your vehicle. So I'm not quite as, I don't think I got a chance to listen to it at the competition. So what are we looking at here?
Yeah, not at the KICKER competition, but we did meet a few years ago at Dallas Knowledge Fest, and you did sit in a previous version of the car.
That's right. Okay, I remember that now.
Yeah, it's been a minute. But long story short is, this car started, I wanted to attack something called the Triple Crown in Iasca, which Brian is a multi-time winner. One of my mentors, Dan Merritt's a multi-time winner. And at this time, I just wanted to go all in, whatever it took. So this car is all JL audio, JL VXI amps, JL C7 speakers. You got 2 12W7s in the back, a 10W6 up front. Lots and lots and lots of time, custom ideas, things like that. It is a daily driver. I bought the car with 7 miles on it. It's sitting in my driveway right now with 178.6 on it, 600. I love the car to death. I've put so much work into it. Not as much as Brian and the EV, but I can tell you there's a lot of work. Just in the trunk alone, there's 252 stainless steel fasteners in the trunk. Every single panel is wrapped front and back in either vinyl, suede, carpet, whatever material it is. All the accent lighting, thought into the mirrors as you walk up to the car. You get multiple views and effects of different areas of the trunk. Something you can't see in these pictures. There's a gas actuated strut that lifts out to reveal the fuse block. Just so much. I mean,
in the trunk?
Yeah, in the trunk. So that center area where there's that silver button and there's that fuse panel, that is a lid that lifts up and is a gas actuated strut. Took almost a week and a half of custom fabrication from one of my best friends and one of the best fabricators I've ever met, James Davidson. He chopped up this metal in such a way that the gas actuated struts perfectly lift and don't hit the amplifiers behind them, but tuck into that little nook. It's
Wow.
really, really a marvel, what he did. And him and I built that whole car in a garage in Fort Worth, Texas, over the course of 2 years. It took 1,200 hours. And every single weekend I drove up to his house, got up at 4 a.m., was at his house by 7, had breakfast in my hand and a smile. We worked on it till 3 a.m. And, I'd go to sleep for 4 hours, wake up the next morning, I'd clean the shop for him, take him to breakfast, go back, work on it the whole damn day, drive home. Did that for 2 years. So,
Wow.
A lot of people look at my car and go, yeah, you work in mobile toys. Of course you have something like that. Like, this was built in a driveway in Fort Worth. And then what wasn't built there was built in my rock driveway in San Marcos. So,
They don't see the full picture.
yeah. It's a really cool car. I love it to death. It's been really good to me.
Scott, I want to talk about your vehicle as well here. I've got some pictures coming up in just a second. And boom, there we go. All right. So Scott, tell me a little bit about this guy.
So this is Warren's Edge. It's a very good friend of mine, and my car blew up about 2 days after getting home from Aggieland, and has remained in the blown up status since. So I had already entered the Edge and my car for SQ and HQ. So we decided to go ahead and add the ribbon tune, redo it, make sure everything was right, and just double enter it for single seat and in 2-seat.
Okay.
So this is one of my favorite builds we've done. Even if you take the wow factor of the products out of there, the clean wiring that's in there, the vehicle is fully functional. It still drives great. It's got 980 pounds of sound deadening in it. You shut the doors and the outside world is dead. Which is all fun and games until a fire truck comes blasting past you, and you don't notice until about 5 feet beforehand.